video game character gets popular, they start appearing in a ton of little cameos. Just look at Mario. Get out of the way, Roger Craig Smith. Come back later. Welcome to Video Game Mysteries.
Don't need to do a welcome. Let's just start.
Alright, let's start. When a video game character gets popular, they start appearing in a ton of little cameos. Just look at Mario. When he came out, he appeared in lots of games, such as Punch-Out!, SimCity, and the like.
Sonic the Hedgehog had a similar treatment, and he cameoed in many games on Sega platforms. However, there is one cameo that many people don't seem to know. A cameo on the Commodore Amiga.
Way back, in a time when 16-byte graphics were considered cutting edge, a game was released titled The Adventures of Quick and Silver.
The developers clearly don't know how to spell. Anyway, this game was released free in an issue of Amiga Fun, a short-lived 28-page pamphlet that always came with a free game. Quick and Silver was one of these games, and as you can tell, it clearly plagiarized on the many key mascots of the late 80s.
The gameplay was reminiscent of Turrican, including identical load screens, and featured many cameos such as floating Mario heads, Crazy Sue from Crazy Sue Goes On, a Pogo from Nebulous, R9 from R-Type, a B from Gianna Sisters, Mario's real arch nemesis, and even Bob and Bob. But you know, Bob and Bob.
However, there's a cameo that we missed. Is that? I don't believe it. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. You may be wondering, why are we making such a big deal about this? Well, there's two reasons. Firstly, no one ever mentions that Sonic cameoed in this game. And secondly, and this is where the mystery comes in, look at when the game was released.
1991. The same year that the Fuzzy Blue Hedgehog made his debut appearance in the wonderful world of gaming. On further investigation, we found out that the game came out in June of 1991, the same month that Sonic's first adventure rolled into stores.
So how did New Bytes, the developers, know that Sonic would become so iconic and popular? And why would they put him in as an enemy when the whole jealousy against him didn't start until 1992 with games such as Zool, Super Frog, and Donkey Kong Country 2?
And Tearaway Thomas, I love ya! The answer is...
self-explanatory.
The first Sonic game was no doubt previewed in many magazines coming up to its release, and the developers probably saw the amount of marketing and hype building up around this character.
They saw fit to make him an enemy so gamers could laugh at him and all the other little cameos. They'll be like, hey, it's the Pogo Stick from Nebulous, and the Bee from the Gianna Sisters, and that Sonic guy from the Genesis.
But there's more. In fact, the whole game is just a complete parody. Even the names of the makers behind it. Aside from Chris Helsbeck, who is one of the best Amiga composers.
Andreas Breibrook is a spoof of developer Andrew Breibrook from Graft Gold, and Marcus Coleman is a spoof of Mark Coleman from the Bitmap Brothers. Even the New Bytes logo is a parody of the Bitmap Brothers logo. So another question arises. Who actually made this game?
Boom boom. Boom boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom boom.
That's a question that may never be answered, as the amount of information surrounding this area of gaming is as foggy as my glasses in cold weather.
Although, if we were to guess, we would say it was Chris Helsbeck. Boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom. Well, that's all we have time for. If you have any other video game mysteries you would like us to inspect, let us know in the comments below. Take care. See you next time.